Hello and welcome back to the Helpware Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Ethan, and today I'm joined by Katie. So,
Hello.
Kate, Katie, how come you're here?
To find Rob.
Yeah, you went missing, and I tried the Witcher's Road with another not Rob, Ashley, last week, but it didn't work. So I'm hoping you can be better help.
I'll try my best.
So this week we're going to be talking about Disney. Can you give us a bit about your history with Disney and everything Disney?
Um, just Stitch.
Stitch, is that your main connection to Disney, yeah?
Yeah,
What is it about Stitch that it draws you in?
because he's an alien, but he acts like a dog.
So you're a fan of the animal aspect of Disney.
Yeah.
They have a lot of projects that run with animals.
Mhm.
So besides Lilo and Stitch, what are your other favorite Disney movies?
Uh, Bambi. Apart from the end.
I don't think any of us like the scene where Bambi's mum gets shot.
Um, Lion King.
Good movie, good villain.
Yeah, we all know your favorite Scar.
Yes, Scar is my favorite Disney villain. Yes, I think
Um,
I think he's a petty bitch.
the hyenas are funny.
Yes, they are. So,
What else is there? The Jungle Book.
Jungle Book is a good movie. Yeah, I like that one too.
Who's your favorite?
In the Jungle Book,
Mhm.
favorite character in the Jungle Book's Baloo.
Not Bagheera
No, not Bagheera. No,
or the lion.
Tiger. You mean Shere Khan?
That's the one.
No, I mean I like the fact that it's a British actor that plays the villain, but no, Baloo's the fun character. My second favorite character would probably be King Louie, the baboon, the monkey.
Mm, yeah.
So that's one of my favorites. Another one is the wolves. I like the wolves, especially in the live action one. I like the little mantra they have where it's like the strength of the wolf is the pack, the strength of the pack is the wolf.
I haven't actually seen the live action yet.
Well, that's something you'll have to watch then. It's a very good film. I watched it with my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on live action Disney actually? Because I know people have different opinions on it.
It's not the same as the actual Disney movie themselves, like the originals,
Yeah,
but they're okay. Like The Lion King was okay, but when they ruined Be Prepared from Scar,
yeah, they did. I hate the fact they did that. I mean,
yeah,
you're aware of that.
really.
For the audience, me and Katie are partners. So when you hear me talking about my partner on the podcast, this is the person I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, babe, do you watch the podcast?
When I'm in the mood, yes. I have
Really?
listened to like 20 minutes on one of them. And to
I'm
be
going to
fair,
say,
when
the
you
last time I asked you, you said you didn't watch it because you have to put up with my nonsense every day.
well, you do talk nerdy stuff 24/7. And I technically live with you, so I deal with it 24/7.
You technically live with me. Don't you mean you live with me?
Yes.
That was a funny way to phrase it, but okay.
He loves nerdy stuff that much, and he's named our dog Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars.
That was Ashley's idea. Why are you blaming me for that one? That literally came from her.
We could have called him Darth Vader. He's black.
Yeah, but she suggested Obi-Wan because of General Kenobi. Like, don't blame me for that one. That was Ashley.
Okay.
But back to Disney and not a rant about my dog's name.
Our dog.
Whatever. You know, we're trying to find Rob through Disney, not through talking about Obi. Even though Star Wars is technically part of Disney now.
Oh yeah, true. It is on Disney Plus.
Well, yeah, Disney owned Lucasfilm. So, anyway, that actually brings me to a question. Do you think it's a crime that Kida from Atlantis, the Lost Empire, isn't considered a Disney princess, yet other characters are? And sometimes people refer to Princess Leia as a Disney princess.
Mm, a little bit.
I mean, Kida's a badass warrior from Atlantis who eventually becomes queen. Why is she not considered a Disney princess?
Because some Disney people might not think she's a princess.
Yeah, I suppose they do have a rigorous um, system for electing Disney princesses.
It's like, I know she's the evil queen, but they might not think Maleficent's that evil.
Well, they don't think Maleficent's that evil. They gave her a whole movie where she's the good guy.
Yeah, but if you've watched like Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, you find out that she's a little bit more evil than you find out in the first film.
Yeah, I know. They give her a bit of a twist in those movies. So, but in the original, she's a petty bitch that curses a baby because she wasn't invited to the christening.
True.
So we can't forget that.
True.
But I don't know if you've been keeping up with our TikToks recently, but I did post a poll the other day asking who the pettiest Disney villain is. I'd
I
like
did.
your opinion.
I think the most pettiest villain of them all is Scar.
Why, if you don't mind me asking?
Because he likes to rule the circle of life instead of Simba being king when Mufasa dies.
So you think trying to usurp the throne is pettier than cursing a baby at her own christening?
Pretty much.
Right, that makes sense. So,
He deserves to be king of the circle of life, not Scar, because he's a petty, evil lion.
yeah. So, going back to your initial thing about Disney and your connection to Lilo and Stitch,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think of the announcement that they'll be doing a live action Lilo and Stitch?
I'm a little worried about how it's going to turn out because Stitch is not actually the same color as what he is in the animation movie.
Yeah, they've changed the pigment slightly on the blue.
Yeah. I'm thinking they're keeping Lilo as she is and Nani. I
Yeah,
know
the
they're
casting
changing.
seems pretty good. So,
I know they're changing. What's his face? The big dude.
Cobra Bubbles.
That's the one. Cobra. And obviously keeping the same Ruben, Gantu, and all that sort of stuff.
So Gantu will probably be in this movie, but Ruben's from a spin-off movie, so I doubt we'll see him.
They
But
might. They might keep him. You never know.
well, they might
But
allude to the fact that Stitch isn't the only experiment, but this movie should mainly focus on Stitch, in my opinion.
Yeah, hopefully, but it's not going to be the same as what the animation movie is.
No, we
So
won't.
I
The
am
one
going to
thing
go and watch it and drag my partner to go and watch it with me.
me, but yeah, my only thing that I hope they keep the same. I don't mind if they change like the slight color of Stitch's fur or change Cobra Bubbles to be a woman and that sort of stuff. The thing I want them to keep the same because I'm a big fan of his music is Lilo's love for Elvis Presley.
Yep.
If they don't keep that the same, then in my opinion they're fucked up.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Because
that's
Elvis
just where
Presley
I
was
stand on that.
Nana's favourite
Yeah,
artist as well, which we've got lots of her stuff, like a
yeah, we
clock
did.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So,
So, but yeah, Elvis is a great singer, and it, part of my introduction to Elvis came through Lilo and Stitch. The other came from my grandparents, but Lilo and Stitch made me think it was cool. So I hope they keep that the same.
yeah, hopefully one day we'll go to Graceland, like you want to.
Hopefully.
We've got to go for it
Um,
first.
As soon as I were on the topic of singers and Disney,
Mm-hmm.
and you mentioned your main thing with Disney is animals, I wanted to ask you if you know who based, not who, sorry, what book Oliver and Company is based on.
Um, is it the Oliver Twist?
It is Oliver Twist, yeah. So that some people don't know that, and I was just double checking because obviously we love that movie because we're Billy Joel fans. So
Yeah,
why should I worry? Best song in the entire movie.
yeah, we keep playing that quite a lot.
We do.
That one, not as much as Wicked, but that's completely a different topic.
That ties back to Ashley's topic from the other episode. But
Yeah, there's some good Disney card games as well, like Lacana.
yeah, I was gonna get to that. You've dragged me into the Lacana game. I'm mainly a Magic the Gathering player, but you love Lorcana, so you've kind of dragged me into it.
Yep,
Um, so what is
currently
it
number
about
one.
Lorcana then that you find better than Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, for example?
It's more easier to grasp than Magic.
Yeah.
You're basically learning and you gain lore instead of losing lives.
So you find it easier when there's no combat really involved, where it's more just gaining lore, and sometimes someone challenges you, so you can't gain lore, but it's not combat.
Yeah,
No one's dealing damage and that sort of stuff.
yeah. It's like in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
That's easier to grasp because you're using D&D Beyond and all that stuff. But with lore, like Lorcana, it's more easier because you're just looking at your cards, what you're thinking you're gonna do, and then you do it.
Yeah, so I know that when we've played, you like to use a lot of evasive characters. Damn you,
Yeah,
Pascal.
yes. You hate that character so much.
I love the character in the movie. I hate that card.
You just love Tangled.
Well, yeah, I do love Tangled. It's one of my favorite Disney movies.
What's your favourite song?
Entangled.
Yes.
Uh, at last I see the light.
Hmm. Mine's When My Life Began.
That's a good one. I really like that one because I like the setting, the lanterns in the air. They're on the lake. They're
Mm.
realizing they've got feelings for each other.
What do you think to the live action of Aladdin?
I like the live action Aladdin movie. Not as
Is
much as I
it?
like the animation. I
Mm.
know Rob, if he was here, would be saying that the live action is better than the animation, except for one thing.
Go on.
Robin Williams is way better at the genie than Will Smith,
I
But
agree.
that's not to say Will Smith didn't play a good genie. It just means that Will Smith can't live up to the performance Robin Williams gave as the genie in the original.
Yeah. My favourite song out of that is A Whole New World.
Yeah, it's a good song. Mine is "Never Had a Friend Like Me." So,
I get confused with them that song because it's in Toy Story and in Aladdin.
well, similar, yeah. I mean, "Never Had a Friend Like Me" is saying you've never had a friend like me, and "You've Got a Friend in Me" you say we're mates. But
Yeah.
they're similar. I can see why you'd get confused between the two.
Mm.
But yeah. So, you got any questions for me? Because I feel like I'm kind of hogging the question pool here.
Um, what would what do you think should get a live action film?
Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Fair enough.
I think it deserves one. I think it's a very underrated Disney movie. I think it would do way better in live action, as proven by Stargate, which I think is basically where they got the inspiration for Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Because Daniel Jackson from Stargate and Milo Thatch from Atlantis: The Lost Empire are basically just the same character.
True.
So yeah, you've been playing Dreamlight Valley, haven't you? Sorry, I know I'm switching topics. It's just it
Yeah, I have. I need to go back on it and finish it though at some point.
might be something that pops up because if we don't find Rob through the Disney verse, I've already lined up the next not Rob, and we're gonna dive into some video games. So I might bring that up there.
Yeah,
Um, because I don't know where he could be, but if Disney doesn't bring him in, maybe that will.
maybe.
You got any other questions for me?
What do you think to the horror movies they've done for Disney?
So like Blood and Honey.
Yeah, so like Winnie the Pooh, the
I think
making of Bambi into one.
they're making Bambi, Pinocchio,
I think they do
um,
all of the Disney movies. I think.
Peter Pan. Uh, they're doing all the ones they can legally do. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think I think it's good. I think it's cheesy as fuck, and it's like a low budget movie. But for a B tier movie, it's a good horror flick.
Mm,
Made me look at Winnie the Pooh in a completely different way, and my mum loves Winnie the Pooh, so you
yeah,
know,
that's her favorite person, animal, whatever.
yes, it is. She has a tattoo of Winnie the Pooh, like you have a tattoo of Stitch.
Yes.
So I think you're both obsessed with it.
Don't know what you mean.
You have Stitch jumpers, a Stitch tattoo, Stitch joggers, Stitch bag, Stitch purse,
Stitch makeup brushes.
Stitch makeup brushes, a Stitch rolling pin, and you did have a Stitch doormat, but the dog pooed on it
Yep.
and ruined it.
In the shed.
Yeah, he ruined it. It got stained and now it looks weird.
A Stitch mug, quite a few.
Oh yeah, I forgot about all the mugs you've got. So I think
Um,
it's safe to say you're obsessed with Lilo and Stitch.
and a Stitch mug courtesy of your sister.
Yes, you got a new cup the other day of my sister.
Yep. Um, a Stitch like pillar type thing, which the dog tries and nicks.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, and your teddy bear. I forgot about him as well.
Yep, I've got the teddy bear.
You keep
I've
trying to
also
buy
got a Stitch.
Angel.
Yes, I am going to buy Angel at some point.
No,
Yes.
there's too much Stitch in this house. You can't have any more.
Uh, if you're allowed loads more comic books, I'm allowed to buy more Stitch stuff.
Oh,
That's the rules.
touche. Whatever. That's not fair.
Yes, it is.
Just because I have over 100 comic books doesn't mean you can keep.
Hey, if you're allowed more comics and more books and more cards, like the new Star Wars cards, which just come out, I'm allowed to buy more Stitch stuff.
You buy new Lorcana decks every time they come out. You've got one from each set.
And
I barely buy Magic the Gathering cards and Star
oh,
Wars.
load of baloney.
Hey, come on. I haven't bought some since Thunder Junction.
You bought Star Wars cards.
Yeah, I bought 2 sets.
Precisely.
I mean, there's only 3 sets, but I bought 2.
Yeah, because you nicked Rob's.
I did not nick Rob's. We agreed that I would buy him a deck and then he would buy me a deck in return.
Yeah, yeah. And
It's
I've
a
also
really
got
good
the
game.
diamond painting.
Oh, I forgot it. Yeah, your diamond painting, which you need to finish.
Yeah, I've got a stage 1, which I haven't started that one yet. But I've got a penguin one, which I'm doing in the memory of Nana.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that reminds me. Sorry, I've just been thinking. Do you remember the original Abbott for Lilo and Stitch?
I don't think so.
So back when Lilo and Stitch first came out, they did a massive promotional thing to promote the movie, where they had Stitch show up in classic Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that always sticks in my brain is Lilo and is Stitch on the chandelier in Beauty and the Beast,
Oh my god, that is so cool.
unscrewing the chandelier so it falls on Belle and Beast.
That would be so cool.
You'll have to YouTube it because it's really funny.
You would.
Why me? You can YouTube it yourself.
Yeah, but
But what?
you have the brains. So you keep
So,
saying.
so do you. You're not brainless. You're not the scarecrow.
You keep saying I'm a scarecrow.
As a joke, don't out me on the podcast. I'm not really mean, guys.
Mm, it looks like Mr. Frederickson on Up.
Low blow. I mean, you're accurate, but low blow.
Thanks to his mum and Nana who says that, guys.
That is a low blow. Just because I actually look like Carl Fredrickson when he was younger.
Hmm, you still look like him now when he's older.
But I don't have grey hair.
You're starting to.
Hey, this was supposed to be a Disney episode, not a pick on you me episode.
It's not. We're talking about Disney. We're talking about Pixar as well, which is classed as you.
You're using it to pick on me. You're a meanie.
Yeah.
That's not fair. I don't look that much like Mr. Fredrickson. Meanie. But as soon as you brought Pixar up,
Go on.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Go on.
So, because we were talking about Disney princesses earlier,
Yeah.
is Merida technically a Disney princess?
I would say so, yes.
Because I'm pretty sure Brave is a Pixar movie.
Yeah, but it's also like classed as Disney. So yeah, she is definitely a Disney princess.
Okay, interesting. So there is one other question I had for you until you want it, unless you have any more for me.
Um, I know Lion King's your favorite because of Scar.
Yeah.
What else is your favorite?
What Disney movie?
Yeah.
Treasure Planet. I really love Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet usually makes me cry. The father-son relationship between John Silver and Jim Hawkins is really good.
Mhm.
So, and I recently just watched Princess Diaries and Princess Diaries 2, and they're pretty good too.
Yep.
I binged watched them the other day when I wasn't feeling well.
Yeah. I know you did.
So, um, the question I had for you relates to a post I made earlier today.
Yep.
What on earth is Gurgi?
Um, I'm not sure myself.
Because I haven't been able to figure it out at all. Like, and some people have commented on my video that he might be a troll. Some others have commented that he's like some sort of bird cat hybrid.
Could it?
Others,
Couldn't he be like him from Bambi, which they call Bambi could call him Flower?
do you think he might be like some sort of weird mythological skunk?
Yeah.
Maybe. Um, I don't really see it myself. I always thought he was like a bipedal dog that could talk.
It could be.
I don't know. I think the official answer is that he's a troll, but does he look like a troll to you?
A little bit. A little bit.
I don't see it personally, but that's just me. Um, I think hopefully the internet will help me find out the answer to that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I think with that, I think we've covered everything we need to. And Rob, if you can hear this podcast, come back because I need my co-host, please. I think we'll leave it there. This is Ethan
And Caitlin.
signing off.